Welcome back to the yoga channel. Thanks for coming along again. And today I want to talk to you about goal setting. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, this whole goal setting thing where you are defining SMART goals and only that, it's like, it's just like a measurable, well put together, well organized goal in, 3 weeks' time. I want to have $5,000 in the bank and I want to feel fantastic. These are great types of goal setting, and they certainly do. And there's all sorts of worksheets that I do with my clients if they want to, where we are working on those kind of goals. But if you are in a situation where you're going through major change in life and major upheaval and shifts, you might actually right now not really know what it even is that you want. You might not have clear goals. You're probably still quite attached to what was, still going through the motions of and the pain of letting go and trying to cut those attachments, and not really in a situation where you're incredibly inspired to now come up with especially money-related, travel-related, or having-related kind of goals. So what do you do when you feel you need direction and you need goals, but you're not incredibly inspired? A really cool book that I found for that is by an author called Danielle Laporte. She's another coach as well and has all sorts of really cool programs. And what she suggests is a brilliant idea. So rather than going for goals that are all having related, like I want the big car, I want the big house, I want the travel around the world sort of thing, she asks you to look into how do you want to feel in your life. And that really did it for me when I left my last work, which I had truly loved, been truly inspired by, and I was a bit heartbroken. I was kind of in a limbo for a couple of months and really needed to collect myself. And that was the one book that I took on a trip to Bali for a couple of weeks over Christmas 2 years ago, and read it all over again, I think 6, 7, 8 years after I read it for the first time. And what that did was it allowed me to not only tune into the externals of what I want to have, but more so into how I would like to feel again once I'm coming out of my funk. And in thinking about it and in imagining that, it actually started to happen naturally. So I came home from that little holiday really inspired and really re-energized. So how does she do it? She asks you to look at all the external things that you want and ask yourself, what would that give you? What would it give you, say, to have your own fancy house somewhere in the hills? Like to me, that, for example, would represent certainty, would represent security, would be a beautiful place to live, probably a sense of accomplishment, etc., etc. So whatever the things are that you have clarity about that you want in your life, look at them and ask yourself, what would it give you to have those? You can also use your past, especially those kind of things that you're still pining for, that you have lost, that you have to overcome right now, where the attachments are still pulling on your heartstrings. And you can look at what was it that this person, this place, this job, whatever it was giving you. What was it about you that became possible when you were there? What was it that, what was the best in you that this brought out? Like for me, for example, with this previous job, I was really inspired. I was really enthusiastic. I loved being with the people. I loved being the person who would help bring people together and engage them into beautiful spiritual practice and beautiful life experiences. So in remembering what it was about that job that lit me up and made my heart sing, I was then able to see, okay, if the goal isn't owning something right now or going someplace right now, but the goal is to feel like this again, then this is a really good starting point. So I actually pondered, and obviously it's a big book, so she's got lots of exercises in there. I started to ponder questions, like out of all the feelings, it even has lists of hundreds of different feelings in there to help you prompt ideas that might not come quite right away. how is it that I want to feel? And then narrow those feelings down, I think, to the top 3 or top 5. And then start off with that feeling. For me, I remember it was enthusiasm, it was inspiration, it was love in creation, something like creativity and love going together, a couple of things like that. And in getting clear about how I wanted to feel in my life on a daily basis, it became really easy and clear to see what are the things where I need to put boundaries and keep them away and get rid of them as much as possible, and what are the things that I need to bring into my life, what kind of people, what kind of scenarios, what kind of work that will really allow me to tap into those feelings daily, being enthusiastic, being inspired, being creative, and loving what I do. So this might be a little exercise for you today. Either you just go get the book, I can highly recommend it. We'll leave a link for you in the section underneath the video. Or if you want, at least sit down and do a bit of thinking about how is it that you want to feel in your life? Out of all the myriad of feelings that you might have, what are the ones that you want to tune into, and how can you almost curate your life so that more of this will be enabled and brought to you, while all the other stuff that gets in the way will be shut out. Thanks for watching. I hope this has given you a little bit of enthusiasm and inspiration yourself. If you like our content, please hit the bell button for notifications and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again soon.